Welcome all. This is your Emory and Henry Report Sports Interview. I'm Daron Vaught as always, and as always also I have a special guest of Emory and Henry sports fame. This week it's sophomore women's soccer player Kellie Flaherty.
Thank you.
Kellie, thanks for joining me.
Thank you very much.
And Kellie, let's tell us about yourself a little bit. You're from Texas, is
Yes,
that right?
I am.
Now, I know we ask this a lot from students who are far off, but how in the world did you find Emory and Henry?
Actually, there's a guy on the soccer team. His name's PJ, and he introduced this whole school to me, and it just kind of ended up the other school I wanted to go to didn't work out, and this one just was perfect. So I came here. Oh,
well, that works. Do you miss home much at all?
I thought I was going to, but even though it's a 17-hour drive, I don't miss it at all. I love it out here. I actually want to stay out on the East Coast. So.
Okay, I was going to ask if
Yes.
you planned on staying here after graduation.
So.
So I mentioned you're a sophomore.
Yes.
Yet as a sophomore, you led your team, the Lady Wasps, in goals this season. How
Yes,
did you find yourself in such an opportunistic role as just a sophomore?
Actually, last year it was really tough because I'd never been in, obviously, it was first year in college, and it was kind of the first year I was put into a role like that, and I struggled a lot. My shots were off target, even though I took a bunch of them. This year I kind of just calmed down a lot, matured as a player. A lot of work over the summer contributed to my abilities to actually put the ball on target this year. And just my positioning in the central midfield and defense as well kind of just gave me that long shot that I'm really good at.
I know you just said PJ kind of introduced you to this school, and I know he's quite the scorer himself. Did he help you out at all?
He actually did. We did some summer stuff together, and he helped a lot with just my accuracy and shooting, so that was good. Okay.
Now, as far as off the field is concerned, I've noticed, particularly this semester, the girls' soccer team has been in the weight room a lot.
Yes,
and I think that my assessment is that's partly due to Anna Baker, the head coach. I don't know, she teaches a physical fitness and conditioning class. Just talk about her and how her knowledge of strength and conditioning has helped.
She's actually the entire women's sports strength and conditioning coach. So we get her off season as well as on season, which is great for us because we can use her all year round. She has a lot of knowledge as far as what we need to be doing in the weight room, and she's just a great asset to the program. She's really taken it a big step from where it was.
So the team struggled a bit from this year. This year, pretty young team. Only graduated, what, 3 or 4 seniors?
Yes,
only going to have maybe a handful next year at most. What do you think needs to get better for next season and the season thereafter?
I think, like you mentioned, a big part of it is maturity, and over half of us were freshmen this year. Just like I was last year, you know, we struggled with maturity level and with knowing how to deal with the college environment and the game. It's just so much different than high school. So I think as we get more experience and as we focus on, we kind of focus more this year on like, okay, so we have better talent than we did last year. Let's try and like focus on just like different formations and stuff more so than we did last year. We couldn't really do that last year. But the problem this year was we focused too much on that and got kind of away from our work ethic and, okay, let's just focus on getting things done. Let's work on this.
Right.
And that kind of went down. So we need to really focus on what we can do now to make ourselves better, and not just, oh, this is a good formation, this works for us. We need to focus on how hard we work.
So this interview's a little late. We've been trying to get you on for the past couple weeks, and we finally got a hold of you. So now we're gonna, you know, since the season's over, you finished up on senior day with a 2-0 win over Sweetbriar, and you had one of the goals in that. What did that mean to you to do that for the seniors on this team?
Well, I think I know everyone on the team is really going to miss the seniors. They were great. They're just definitely something that they just really contributed to the team. But, you know, I just wanted to end the season on a good note. I know the whole team did, and especially with the seniors leaving, it was really rough, and we just wanted to make sure that they would go out on a good ending.
Speak about the seniors specifically, what each one contributed to the team.
Okay, well, Amanda Rigoni, she's in the defense, and she was always kind of the she lifted us up. She encouraged her. She just really, let's go guys, let's go, we can do this, kind of that mentality. So she really helped us there to keep the morale up. And then Kelsey Sellers was the center back. She definitely was one of the people who you looked to on the field and said, hey, you know, you need to be in this position. You need to know what's going on. She just held up the back defense. And Anna Owens, she did an amazing job this year, and she completely just transformed from last year. She really just picked it up. She was one of those players that she was just a catalyst and said, hey, you know what, guys, we really need to step up this game. We need to step up mentally where we are and physically, and she just pushed that little extra bit out of us to give us all the best that we could be.
What about some of the underclassmen? Who do you think is really going to help contribute next season and maybe the season after?
Well, Lauren Favale is going to be a senior next year, and I think she's a big part of the central midfield. She definitely has a commanding role. She knows what she's talking about. She just knows what she's doing, gives a good vibe as far as, you know, you guys need to get going here, get me the ball. She's very visible. She knows what she's doing. She's also very creative, which is strongly to her benefit. She just helps the team because she can go anywhere and still get back to where she needs to be.
Right. If I'm not mistaken, she led the team in goals 2 years ago. Is that?
Yes.
I think that's correct, right?
Yes.
Some other underclassmen?
Sarah Kelly also. She was our forward this year.
Right.
And she kind of had the same problem I did last year as far as taking a lot of shots and not quite getting them on target like she wanted to. But I can definitely see her developing. She's going to be a great asset as well as far as just having a great shot. She actually scored 2 game winners, I believe, and so that just really helps our team up top as well.
Right. Well, I know her and Favale both scored 4 each this year. They were second and third next to you. Well, Kelly, we want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you very
we want to
much.
wish you a very relaxing off season.
Thank you.
That's it for your Emory and Henry Reports sports interview.